Hey YouTube, what's poppin'? Welcome back to the channel. I hope you guys are having a great day. Today we have another video about Castor Maritime, ticker symbol CTRM. Castor Maritime is currently trading at around 89 cents at the time of this recording, so today is another red day. The entire market is pretty much in the red today. It seems as though we don't go a week without hearing news about Castor Maritime, whether they're acquiring a new vessel or they're getting the new vessel delivered or a new time charter agreement has been reached. There is some huge news we need to talk about as well. I'm going to share why I believe Castor Maritime is going to hit $2 in the short term. If you all like the content that I'm providing, if you're receiving value out of it, please subscribe to the channel, like, share, and hit post notifications. So Castor Maritime just announced earlier today that yesterday on March 22nd, they took delivery of the MT Wonder Cyrus. It's a 2005 Korean-built Aframax LR2 tanker. So Castor Maritime had already announced that they were going to acquire this on February 11th. The MT Wonder Cyrus is currently employed under a time charter contract with a minimum duration of about 1 year at a minimum gross daily hire of $15,000. So they will make approximately $5.5 million on this time charter agreement, and it could be more. The MT Wonder Cyrus acquisition was financed in its entirety with cash on hand. Petros, the CEO of Castor Maritime, commented, "We are pleased to announce the successful delivery of the MT Wonder Cyrus, the second of our two Aframax LR2 tankers. These timely acquisitions into the tanker sector diversify our revenue sources while the attached charters provide us with cash flow security through 2021. Our two tankers are projected to generate in aggregate, assuming no off-hire days, approximately $10 million of gross revenues for the minimum scheduled period of the charters, or approximately $21 million should the charterer exercise their option to extend both charters by an additional 1-year term. These figures do not take into account any profit sharing that may apply above the minimum daily hire of $15,000. So this is very bullish in my opinion, as there's been a lot of speculation about Castor just constantly picking up these vessels, and people were getting worried that all they were doing was buying vessels. However, every time they seem to announce their delivery of the new vessel, they also announce a new time charter agreement. So I believe that Castor Maritime really understands what they're doing. They have a lot of these deals in place and they're just waiting until they take delivery before they do the official announcement. In addition to this delivery, last week Castor Maritime also announced the delivery of 2 other vessels. On March 17th, Castor Maritime took delivery of the MV Magic Orion, a 2006 Japanese-built capsized dry bulk carrier. And then on March 18th, Castor Maritime also took delivery of the MV Magic Argo, a 2009 Japanese-built Kamsarmax dry bulk carrier. These 2 vessels were announced in the acquisition previously on January 20th and February 3rd. As well, both of these vessels were purchased in their entirety with cash on hand. The MV Magic Orion is expected to commence employment under a time charter contract on or around March 20th. At a daily gross charter rate of $21,000 and an expected term of about 35 days. This time charter contract will provide Castor Maritime with $735,000. Now, the MV Magic Argo is expected to commence employment under a time charter contract on or around March 21st at a daily charter rate of $25,100 and an expected term of about 4 months. Castor Maritime will make approximately just over $3 million for this time charter contract. In total, Castor Maritime currently has 14 vessels. Of these 14, they have 1 capsize, 5 Kamsarmax, 6 Panamax, and 2 Aframax LR2 tankers. Now it's time for us to take a look at the Baltic Exchange Dry Index, the BDI. If you are unfamiliar with the BDI, this index provides a benchmark for the price of moving the major raw materials by sea. The higher the number, the higher companies like Castor Maritime and other bulk shippers can charge to haul their loads. So yesterday on March 22nd, the Baltic Dry Exchange rose to over a 1-year high. The Baltic Exchange reached 23.19, which is the highest it's been since September 2019. This is great news as Castor Maritime has been picking up more and more vessels, and now the rates are going up, which is only going to contribute to them having higher revenues and generating a higher profit. Now, when it comes to financials, if we take a closer look at the company's most recently reported financial data, it will reveal surprisingly strong year-over-year revenue growth. On top of that, With their recent fleet expansion activity, this demonstrates that Castor Maritime is a shipper in hyper-growth mode. In addition, there's a lot of hype around this stock, specifically with Wall Street bets, as of course, people trading on the Robinhood platform. Castor Maritime's most recently reported financial results cover the 3 months that ended on September 30th, 2020. Now, during that time, the company generated $2.8 million in revenue. That's a 133% improvement over the comparable year ago period. Plus, in terms of EBITDA, Castor Maritime generated $2.1 million during the 9 months ending on September 30th, 2020. This signifies a 91% increase over the comparable period of the prior year. The company retains an excellent capital position as Castor Maritime reported cash and restricted cash of $38.1 million as of September 30th, 2020. This marks an astounding 654% increase over the company's cash and restricted cash portion at the end of 2019. Now, there has been a lot of talk about whether or not Castor Maritime will have a short squeeze. So if we look at the short volume ratio, we can see that it's at 41%. So it is very heavily shorted. So there could be potential for a short squeeze. Now, although this is a penny stock and a fairly risky penny stock, there are still a lot of huge institutional buyers. You have RBC, Royal Bank of Canada, you have Morgan Stanley. So when I see these big institutions buying, that is another bullish sign. I truly believe that Castor Maritime is going to hit the $2 mark in the very near short term. Reason being, just over a month ago on February 11th, we hit that high of $1.95 and we've been pushing through that resistance at the $1 level. So once we clear it and once the market conditions become a little more green, I believe we'll get way past this $1 mark. We're going to start pressing against that $1.95, and then of course we're going to have that resistance at $2, which I think in the next few months, once they release their financials, a few more acquisitions with their new time charter agreements, we are going to see Castor Maritime hit $2 very soon. Now, a deeper analysis reveals that Castor Maritime is a shipper that's growing its fleet quickly, very quickly mind you, while maintaining a solid capital position. As shares are coming down in price, it's becoming more and more attractive to pick up some more shares. However, just a couple of weeks back, CTRM went down to about 65 cents. So for now, I'm just watching the stock and keeping an eye on the market. I hope you guys got value out of this video. I hope this is providing you some information that helps you make an informed decision in whether to invest in Castor Maritime or not. But as always, guys, please do your due diligence, as this is a penny stock, a very risky one as well, and I'm not a financial advisor. Let me know what you think your price target is for 2021 for Castor Maritime. Are you bullish or are you a little bearish? Do you already have shares? What is your cost average? Please let me know in the comments down below. And if there are any other stocks or cryptos you want me to cover, please let me know in the comments down below or hit me up on Instagram. All right, guys, as always, happy trading and see you in the next video.